This is Justin Woodall, your trusted Athens real estate advisor, and today is video number 2 of our 5-part series on investment property. And today I'm just going to be talking about 5 major types of real estate and the pros and cons to each, so you can kind of determine which one is a better fit for you if you're interested in investing in real estate. So the first type, most commonly known to all people, is simply the single family home. One of my own personal favorites is the single family home. A couple of reasons for that. One is people are always going to need a place to live. So they're always going to be looking for places to rent, either that maybe can't qualify for a loan to purchase, maybe don't have that down payment, or maybe they're just in a state of transition. But there's always people looking to rent single family homes, and the tenants that rent single family homes for the most part are pretty good tenants that are going to take care of the property. So I like single family residential homes as an investment vehicle personally. So that's the first type that you might consider. The second type that you might consider would be the duplex, quadruplex, triplex type units. My experience with those are that attracts a little different type of tenant than the single family home attracts. The benefit of the duplexes, triplex model is that typically you get a little better cash flow. So your cost to purchase one of those units versus the rent that it brings in is typically better. So I like duplex, triplex, quadruplex for that reason. Also, you've got 2 to 4 units contained in one structure. So from a maintenance standpoint, typically, you're rather than maintaining 4 roofs on 4 single-family homes, you're maintaining 1 roof on a quadruplex that's got 4 units in it. So there's some benefits there, and different investors prefer different types of rental property. So that's another kind to consider. A lot of times it's a lower end tenant that rents duplexes and triplexes, so sometimes it's a little harder to collect that monthly rent, and so there are some obstacles like that you might face whenever you're looking in multifamily type properties. The third type, which is kind of getting on a different playing field, would be apartment buildings. And that's whenever it's almost like playing Monopoly when it gets to that standpoint. You buy several houses, you sell the houses, trade up to an apartment complex. The guys that own the apartment complexes obviously have a lot of money. That's no place for a beginning investor to start, but apartment complexes are great vehicles of income for many people that own these type of communities. So that would be the third type that you might consider. The fourth type that's very popular in Athens would be the student rental housing. And of course, a lot of students go to apartments, but you also have some that rent single family, or not necessarily single family, but detached 1-unit homes or condos. And you see a lot of students renting those, and it's a little different. You get a higher rent per bed. Typically those are rented per bedroom, and you get a little higher rent per bedroom than you would say in a regular single family house. And you also get a parental guarantee. So sometimes student housing, renting to students can be a good choice. However, I think that is also very strongly dictated by housing that's going on within a university or within that particular, whatever's drawing those students. If the university adds a lot of housing, that's going to detract from the private rental pool. If 2 new apartment complexes are built, then that's going to detract from what's there, and it may be a little harder to fill up those units. It all depends on enrollment. If enrollment increases, then owning student housing is going to be great. So there's pros and cons to that as well, but student housing is something that a lot of investors like in Athens just because there are so many students. So that would be another type of investment vehicle you might consider. And then the last one being commercial real estate, and that also is kind of a step up from your single family and your residential real estate. A lot of people use residential real estate to step into commercial, and commercial would be your retail space, your industrial space, your office space. The benefit of that is typically you have longer leases, you've got a business or a corporation or an entity paying that rent, which sometimes can be stronger than an individual, so you do have some benefits there. The obstacle to commercial real estate obviously is that it typically costs more than say a single family home. So a lot of people use the single family or the condos or the duplexes to kind of step into the commercial or the apartment side of things. So those are 5 different types of real estate, potential real estate investment vehicles, places that you can invest. So if you're thinking about investing and you need help determining what's right for you, give us a call, let me know. Whether you're thinking about it or a friend, family member, coworker, please give me a call.